Welcome to Baytown Hyundai, your East Houston source for all your Hyundai needs. Today we'll be showing you yet another one of Hyundai's exquisite new models. For more information about any of our inventory, you can visit us on location or visit us at BaytownHyundaiofHouston.com.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Today's review has now brought us here for a much more up-close and personal encounter with the newly refinished and refined 2014 Hyundai Azera Limited. And now, with all of that being said, this is going to be a complete and in-depth review of the Azera Limited, and this does entail a complete startup and overview of the engine, as well as a good look at many of the unique and notable styling cues and multiple features, technologies, and creature comforts that now make up this newly refinished and refined version of Hyundai's middle child of their luxurious mid-size lineup. And so, bearing all that new information in mind, let's go ahead and climb aboard and we'll check it out. To begin with, our fully loaded Azera Limited tester today is wearing the Starlight Silver metallic exterior. Our particular vehicle is also sporting the available premium package for the Azera Limited, features of which we'll cover throughout their appropriate time during the review. Now, as standard equipment on both Azera Premium and Azera Limited trim levels is Hyundai's standard proximity key. Basically put, you have their standard key fob here, which provides complete remote-free access into the vehicle along with a standard push-button ignition. Gaining entry into the Azera is as simple as having the key fob anywhere on your person, such as I've just placed it here in my pocket. And as you just saw just a moment ago, we just unlocked the Azera, and both the locking and unlocking is done through the round oval black button hidden flushly into the two front door handles. To lock and unlock, just simply press it once. One beep indicates the vehicle's locked. Once the vehicle's locked, you can see the power folding mirrors automatically fold inwards, and then just hit it again. And that unlocks the vehicle as indicated by two chimes, and you can see that the mirrors will power extend outwards. And beautifully contrasting the depth and shine of this Starlight Silver exterior, our particular vehicle's interior has been fully upholstered in the premium graphite perforated leather. Now, to start the Azera with the standard proximity key fob is very simple. All you have to do is have the key fob anywhere within the vehicle, then put your foot on the brake, and simply locate and hit this beautiful silver and gloss black engine start button in the dash to fire up the engine. Now, to make the Azera Premium and Azera Limited a little bit more special than some of the other luxury vehicles that Hyundai offers, Hyundai has offered a little bit more of a premium upscale feature list. For a start, the Azera features its own motor-driven power-assisted steering system, almost as fluid as an electric power steering system, but still provides just enough feedback, much like that of a hydraulic power-assisted steering system instead. It's all fed through a standard 4-spoke multifunction leather trim steering wheel, with a nice soft supple feel to the leather running around the exterior rim of the wheel, nice bolstering extensions at about 10 and 2 o'clock, dark silver painted accents on both sides of the wheel, with a nice soft grain airbag cover front and center. Now, as far as engines and transmissions go for both Azera Premium and Azera Limited, there's only one standard available engine choice paired with only one standard transmission. For the transmission choice, Hyundai has provided their electronically controlled Shift-Tronic 6-speed automatic transmission, with available manual shifting capabilities just off to the left-hand side of the drive portion of the shifter. Now with our Azera Limited today, featuring the upscale premium package, which features this 8-inch high-definition display and onboard navigation, it is equipped with a reverse parking system, which includes a reverse parking camera and also backup sensors. Also, as you can hear, the Azera comes standard with electronically controlled child protective safety locks, which automatically lock the vehicle once the car is put into gear and will only unlock the vehicle once the car is put back into park. Now only the driver and passenger windows are automatic in both directions. And once you close the door to the Azera with the proximity key fob in your possession, you can hear the vehicle generates an audible exterior chime to let you know it's lost detection of its proximity key fob. Now, unlike the previous generation of the Azera, which lasted from about 2007 up until this recent generation in 2013, the Azera Premium and Azera Limited only come with one standard available engine, unlike the previous generation, which came with about two. Raising the hood of our Azera tester today, we find Hyundai's corporate 3.3-liter dual overhead cam, 24-valve, gasoline direct fuel injected V6, which is also equipped with Hyundai's signature dual continuous variable valve timing. All put together, this engine produces a healthy 293 horsepower and 255 pound-feet of torque. Being that this vehicle only comes in front-wheel drive, the EPA fuel economy estimates on regular unleaded gasoline are 19 miles per gallon city and 29 miles per gallon on the interstate highway. And now let's see about a few revs of that 3.3-liter V6 and see what kind of soundtrack she produces. In typical fashion of a big luxury sedan, the gas does take a little bit of force to actually introduce some revs to the engine. However, it's a very smooth and very creamy power delivery overall. And with all of that being done, let's go ahead and turn on the headlights. You do have the option of them being automatic, as well as turn on the standard fog lights and the hazard lights as usual. And now let's take this quick opportunity to walk around the exterior of the Azera. Now, anyone who pretty much knows the whole of the luxury car lineup and how dominant many of the other manufacturers can be nowadays pretty much knows that Hyundai's aims to bring a full or mid-size luxury sedan into the market was definitely a challenge. Back in 2007 to 2008, the Azera definitely didn't land as big a punch as this 2013 to 2014 did. However, people still know the Azera as sort of the middle child and definitely an underling when it comes to Hyundai's luxury lineup. But still, Hyundai wanted to provide plentiful amounts of luxury features to really set this car apart. For a start, we have these beautiful LED accented and chrome bezeled high-intensity discharge projector headlights. As you can see, the factory LED accents running around the main bulb, and these large 3 LED bars as LED daytime running lights running along the topmost portion of the light itself. You can see this dark satin silver and chrome finished front grille. Now, depending on your level of nerdiness or technologically laden vehicles, you're pretty much spoiled for choice when it comes to your array of options for the luxury Azera. You have choice of either the premium or this fully upscaled luxury limited model that we're looking at today. Now, standard on the limited trim levels and also with limited models with the premium package is this hyper silver finished set of 19-inch aluminum alloy wheels. Hiding behind is an amplitude adaptive air ride suspension. Monochromatic LED turn signal equipped power extending mirrors. These are features standard only to the limited trim level. More basic Azera premium models come with a few less features than the one we're looking at here. You've got intermittently timed rain sensing wipers. And with this vehicle being fully upgraded with the premium package, it now has a fully panoramic dual vista power assisted sunroof. This was an option only available with the Azera Limited with the technology package for 2013. However, now for 2014, it's included with the Azera Limited along with their premium package. You've got standard color coordinated and chrome finished door handles. Now, coming towards the back of the Azera, you can definitely see how Hyundai has modernized the older design of this vehicle, which lasted from 07 up until 2013 when it was rejuvenated for the generation you see here. The older Azera had a full set of wraparound taillights which extended all the way across the back deck lid and wrapped around the side and back end of the vehicle. As you can see, they've enlarged the taillights a little bit, now made them full sets of LEDs for both premium and limited trim levels. And also, as you can see, finishing off down below are twin chrome-tipped triangular exhaust tips. You can see down below all of your rear parking assist sensors which line the rear bumper of the vehicle. Your rear vision camera is located just underneath the trigger for the trunk of the vehicle. To add that little bit more of a luxury touch, you can see how the sill line integrates all the way around the side of the vehicle, finishing up to this beautiful rounded off lip on the rear deck lid. You've got rear heated defrosting glass, black piano veneer finish shark fin style antenna, with vehicles featuring the premium package in this glass roof, and also you can see that's for your XM satellite radio as well. Such a beautiful luxury vehicle. The sort of joke running around about this car is kind of like if the 2015 Sonata and the 2015 Genesis got together and had a kid, then the Azera would ultimately be the result. You've got mid-size compatibility with full-scale luxury, just like some of the more upper-scale vehicles in Hyundai's line. But now that we've had a good look around the exterior of the Azera Limited, let's go ahead and take a better look at what makes up the interior. As aforementioned, our particular vehicle today has had its interior fully upholstered in the standard Graphite Black premium perforated leather. You have 3 color choices when it comes to your interior, depending on exterior color choice, either camel, chestnut brown, or graphite black. And you have a choice of about 6 different exterior colors as well. You can see down here on the leather stitched door panel, you've also got these beautiful little Azera emblems. And as you would expect with a luxury vehicle of this caliber, you do get plentiful amounts of powered amenities, including 2 front automatic windows for the driver and passenger. The rest of your power windows, your power door locks, window locks, power mirrors, and also your power folding mirrors, the standard on limited models. You got chrome trim door handles, and also now standard on Azera are your full power seats for the driver and passenger, with your driver now having a 2-person memory setting for the driver's seat. Also, as you can see here on the door, almost this painted carbon fiber finish here, and it definitely looks like carbon fiber in the sun. Definitely a beautiful little finish. And also down here on the door, the word that says Infinity means that our limited tester today has the full 550 watt Infinity Logic 7 14 speaker surround sound stereo system. Also located just to the left of your memory tilting and telescoping steering wheel is your traction control, active eco mode, which we've touched on several times before, and instrument dimming, along with your gas cap and trunk release. Door closes with a beautiful yet very authoritative thunk. And once you step inside the interior of the Azera, it's really not what you'd expect from what most people consider the underdog of the Hyundai luxury lineup. All of the uses of materials and interior features are definitely that of a much more premium quality vehicle. So to begin with, let's go ahead and look at what's right in front of you. As you can see, you have full sets of controls for all sorts of electronic creature comforts and conveniences located throughout the vehicle. More specifically right here, pertaining to your electroluminescent gauges and driver infotainment system up front, and also things like your hands-free Bluetooth with voice command. You also have all of your hands-free radio functions, including the ability to mute the radio. You also have all of your cruise control functions up here at the upper right. And down here, these 2 up and down arrows and also your display function are for your electroluminescent display right here front and center in front of you. For example, you can use the up arrow and switch between different displays in the center stack. You see average fuel economy, instant fuel economy, average speed, elapsed time driving the vehicle, your 2 different trip meters, and also your distance to empty. Now, as standard on this vehicle are these electroluminescent gauges. The premium models have a little bit lesser of a gauge cluster in front of you, but nevertheless, it still carries kind of the same numerics, the same sort of blue hue and interior illumination as well. Now, as far as the center console and everything that surrounds it, everything you see here is easily accessible and actually quite legible. It's also, for a luxury vehicle, extremely easy to understand. Before we get into the navigation and surround sound stereo system and whatnot, let's focus on the climate controls here. Everything here is easily laid out and very legible. You have your fan speed right here in the center. And all of your displays show up here at the top of your 8-inch navigation display. You can introduce AC, turn the AC off, automatic air conditioning. You have 2 temperature controls for both the driver and passenger. Your different climate button, once you hit that, it shows the full setup up here on your 8-inch display. Your different climate modes, and the display will also change appropriately. You can see for your head and feet, for just your feet and defrosting, and back to your face. You can also select the dual button, and that allows the temperatures to be controlled at either the same time or by themselves. For example, the dual mode is pressed right now. You can see that only the driver's temperature is changing. But if you were to press the dual button again and turn it off, both temperatures would be controlled at the exact same time. Now, moving up from the climate control system is of course all of your controls and your 8-inch navigation display. For a start, you have AM and FM and also XM satellite radio. Nevertheless, a very beautiful sounding stereo system, and you actually have a speaker that's located right up here at the topmost portion of the dash. And that little interior chime that you heard earlier, that's exactly where it comes from, is that upper speaker up top. Now also down here, you also have your map function, your very legible graphics and everything like that, different destinations, your media button for like your iPod auxiliary input and USB, seek and track buttons, and also your different route buttons as well. And even this car gives you a feature to avoid certain areas if, per se, you find through the XM active traffic that there's a huge construction delay or something like that in your area. You can type in that particular area into the avoid area feature, and that will basically give you your fastest and quickest route to avoid what it is you wanted to avoid in the first place. Now also down here you have your volume knobs, your phone button, which allows for hands-free Bluetooth integration, the availability to turn the display completely off, and also your tune file button, and up top you can see your multi-stack CD player. Take it back to the map for a second. Also the map is SD card activated, as you can see right here. As you saw earlier, it's got a black piano veneer and silver accented illuminated start button for your ignition, and also this beautiful painted silver running along the topmost portion of the dash, then running down to a sort of dark brushed silver finish down here below. You've got a small little cup holder or storage cubby down below, your iPod and auxiliary inputs down here, your standard 120 watt outlet, and also a little quick guide coming with every single Azera, letting you know how to use the vehicle in the simplest of ways. Down here, your dark gray brushed finish continues along your gear shifter knob, which has been surrounded with a little bit of black piano veneer and your blue illuminated numerics, and also your brushed silver piece, which continues around all sorts of controls at the back. For a start, you have a power folding rear sunshade, simple as that. This button here is to turn your parking assist off, and in our limited model today, we have 3-stage ventilated and heated seats for both the driver and passenger. For your shifter, it's a beautifully finished leather-wrapped shift knob with small accents of chrome, a nice large accent of black piano veneer, finished with a full leather shift boot down below. Down here you have a full leather-bound center console with a little bit of exterior storage. Simple and easy to use, all finished in the beautiful same supple leather that you'd find here on the seats. Definitely a very nice and very luxurious feel to the materials themselves. Now moving up top, you can see the black piano veneer surround for your LED map lights, and also your sunroof controls as well. You can see the shades move in different directions, and it's all one touch. Just hit the button, the shade automatically opens, and your sunroof retracts at the same time. You can also see up top a small mesh wind guard as well. Now when you close the sunroof, the shade actually stays open. And to close that, all you have to do is hit the separate button up top. Again, a one-touch system. Wonderful. Also, as you can see up top, your illuminated vanity mirrors, and also your small microphone for your hands-free Bluetooth. And last but not least, up here on the mirror, you have your 3 settings for your HomeLink garage door system, your SOS button, and also Hyundai BlueLink system, as well as the ability to turn the compass off in the upper corner of the mirror. Simple as that. Overall, the Azera provides premium luxury materials in a much more affordable and user-friendly package compared to vehicles like the Genesis and Equus. But with all that in mind, viewers, let's go ahead and turn off the engine. And if you remember that chime that played when we first closed the door to the vehicle, it also plays an alternate chime once you shut the vehicle off. Beautiful. And once you open the door to the vehicle, the memory tilting and telescoping steering wheel, as well as your memory driver's seat, will go back to their respective positions. Very nice. But with all that being done, viewers, let's go ahead and check out the rest of the Azera Limited. Here on the rear doors, you can see plenty of that soft vinyl material that was used to compose the dash and parts of the doors. You've got leather padding down here on the door rest, and also your Azera logo. As you can see, this is a 5-passenger vehicle. And stepping into the back of the vehicle, you can see that even with the vehicle turned off and the driver's seat moved all the way back to its last respective position, you can see even at 6'1", I do have quite a bit of leg room in here. I have probably about 3 to 4 inches with the vehicle actually being off. Now, with that driver in the driver's seat in the memory setting, you'll see that I have a ton more leg room when it comes to actually sitting in the back of the vehicle while being driven. This could actually qualify as a vehicle that you would rather be chauffeured around in rather than drive yourself. Also, as you can see up here on the door, you have your manually retractable sunshades, a much more luxurious feature that you would find on a car like the Genesis or the Equus, but located in a more mid-size package. Now you can open the trunk via the proximity key or just simply by the touchpad underneath the Hyundai logo. And one of the things that will definitely impress about the Azera is its trunk capacity. As you can see, this one here has been outfitted with the Hyundai specific Azera logoed all-weather floor mat, but you don't have to have that if you don't wish. The rear seats are 60/40 split fold, accessed through these small pull triggers here. Very simple. And one of the things you'll definitely notice about the Azera in comparison to some of Hyundai's other vehicles, and really not so much in comparison, but more so the fact that this car costs as much as it does, yet it sounds like this when you close the door. Just a nice, soft, and meaningful thunk. See if our seat's released here. Nope, they lock back in place, but nevertheless, the seats will fold down. As you can see, there are separation pieces right here. And also you have right here front and center, a small leather-bound center console with dual available cup holders. Now, for those of you who are concerned about safety in the Azera and probably think that, judging by the previous generation, it hasn't really been updated in terms of safety, well, that's where you're proven incorrect. The 2013 and 2014 Azera now feature 9 different airbags, including dual-stage front impact, side curtain, and side impact airbags, and also you have now a driver's knee impact airbag hidden just beneath the steering wheel. You also have pre-seat belt tensioners, active headrest restraints, and also electronic stability control and ABS. Now, stepping into the passenger side of the Azera, it's definitely a very comfortable place to be. Plentiful amounts of legroom and definitely a lot of space to begin with. And also, as you can see, just noticed here, you have this small floating dash part here behind the front part of the center console, and this can be used for things like storage of mobile phones. You can use it for maps and so on. Now, as far as the construction of the dash, as I mentioned before, it's got all of this nice soft grain style material with a rather large to medium grain in the actual material itself, but nevertheless it does have a good bit of give to it, and it doesn't really feel plasticky or anything like that. As far as the glove box, just push the button and it falls right open. In typical luxury vehicle fashion, it's been lined with felt and it is damped a good bit. You can also see all of your different reading materials for things like your multimedia system and so on. And overall, the Azera pretty much provides the entry into Hyundai's luxury lineup without going towards the $50,000 or $70,000 price tags of the Azera and Equus. In fact, for those of you who are curious, the 2014 Azera Premium, which is the more basic version of the Azera, has now had its price tag drop by almost $1,300 to a standard $31,000 even as your entry into the Azera lineup.